Dope Sports Talk, worldwide. What's the news for the world of boxing? So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, two guys, that's professional concussors that will give you concussion. Manny Pacquiao, right? Manny Pacquiao, man, it's a legend. Still fighting, about 40 years old, still fighting, but it's Manny Pacquiao. I mean, after beating Matisse and Broner with no problem, he's looking pretty good. So it's just who is he going to fight next, right? And it should have been Spence, but hey, he ain't going to fight Spence, but Spence is going to fight Porter, which is a good fight for the welterweight division. Bam, here's another good fight for the welterweight division. Manny Pacquiao versus Keith one time, or lately it's been a little sometime, Thurman, right? And it's a good fight. I think that's good news. In the landscape of all of boxing right now, we don't get good news too often, right? We got fighters that people hail to be great that are just running away from important fights. And let me just speak it. Golovkin. The Golovkin's a problem. I'll do it in my next video. It's ridiculous what he's up to. So when you hear fighters trying to fight, that's good news, right? The welterweight division, Pacquiao versus Thurman, you were getting closer to an undisputed champ because Spence and your boy Porter, that's unification. And this one here is for the WBA, the real title. The real title is the one that Thurman has. Pacquiao's regular means absolutely nothing to people who know about boxing. They just put it there because they say, oh, well, nobody cares. We'll just say regular champion. But whatever. Pacquiao doesn't need belts anyway. Fighting Thurman, yeah, he was on the layoff. Yeah, he didn't look great against Jose Lopez. Didn't look great, but man, I've been off. Well, I'm not supposed to look great. Timing a little off, probably not moving as well. I'm off 2 years. The man was injured. And Keith Thurman got a lot of flack, right? But he had injuries, right? While he was gone, and we still didn't get one champion, right? Thurman has the best resume of welterweights, right? He has Danny Garcia and Porter on his resume, and no one else does. All the other ones were projecting. We know Terence Crawford's coming up. Terence Crawford don't have to do much, in my opinion, either. He was undisputed there. Y'all handle that business. When Terence Crawford fights Errol Spence, my personal opinion is it should be for undisputed. So we're getting closer, and I think with Manny Pacquiao taking this fight, hats off to him, right? I know people are going to be, well, he didn't fight Spence. Man, whatever. Spence having yourself with Porter, that's a good enough fight. Pacquiao taking Keith Thurman is a good fight. Now, Keith Thurman, how he should be thinking is he should be insulted. He should be insulted. Right now, it's like, oh, so you going to fight me because you think I'm weak, huh? He should be in training yesterday, right, to let people know that he's one time. Now, and I'm hoping that he has that rust off because he better, because Pacquiao ain't joking, right? Now, this is great for boxing, great for everything. I think it's good. They're going to be fighting on July the 13th, pay-per-view. It should be pay-per-view, right? It should be pay-per-view. It's Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. There's not, you can't act like, oh, there's something better out there. No, these guys are in advanced talks, and it seems like it's going to happen, so it was a good fight in July, right? But like I said, Thurman should be a little bit insulted because, he ain't going to fight. Pacquiao ain't fighting Terence Crawford. He just ain't, that's not happening. He would have did it a long time ago, right? Everything was perfect. They were the same promoter, everything. Everyone knows he ain't fighting Crawford, right? So, and he ain't fighting Spence, right? And in my opinion, he ain't fighting Jeff Horn either, right? Because that wasn't luck what Jeff Horn did. Jeff Horn roughed him up again. He ain't fighting him either. So keep fighting Keith Thurman. It's like they think Keith Thurman, you weaker than them. So Keith Thurman should have a chip on his shoulder when he's in training, which would make for a good fight. Because Pacquiao ain't joking here. You don't accidentally beat Matisse. Matisse was on the way out, but then every time somebody loses, they're on the way out. I can remember before the fight, I was thinking, well, Matisse got some heavy hands. Matisse, be careful, right? Pacquiao did him in, right? Broner, I thought Broner was in that fight. That fight was a lot closer to me. I would have liked to have been in that, saw that fight somewhere in Cincinnati, a pro-Broner crowd. I would have liked to see that because, see, Pacquiao was throwing punches in that fight. And people, when you force someone, they don't have to land. They just throw punches. Those are things I don't like about boxing. I think the judges have to be different. They make it look like Broner was shut out. I just don't believe that. You could have gave Pacquiao the win or a draw, but I didn't see that shutout. Look and turn everything off and look at what Broner was doing. Broner had a pretty decent fight against Pacquiao. Yeah, he could have let his hands go a little bit more. Yeah, well, everybody. Then nobody be letting their hands go a whole lot against Manny Pacquiao because you ain't got time. You worried about what's coming at your direction. But whatever. We're not saying that. But at the end of the day, we know Pacquiao's not going to fight, and he's going to fight Keith Thurman. It's going to be a good fight on July 15th. One thing, let me just get this clear. Let's stop talking about Pacquiao and Mayweather. Right? Like, oh, he's got to fight Mayweather. We want to see Mayweather. Mayweather looks old and slow. You hear in some of the articles, he looks old and slow. Well, then why you want Pacquiao to fight him? Right? Pacquiao's still active. Mayweather's done. He's finished. And my opinion is you don't come back. Because if you come back and fight anybody and you don't knock them out, what's going to happen? They're taking that fight for you. You have a O, leave it that way. Fight. If you fight anybody, let it be an exhibition. Don't fight nobody for real, because if you do, you're getting it took from you. So I don't like, well, let's get the Floyd Mayweather thing. You don't need to be. Floyd Mayweather handled his business 50-0, and I'm up out of here. And I ain't never giving y'all a chance to give me no L. That's what I would do if I was Mayweather. But that's another thing. Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman is a great fight. July 15th. Hats off to Manny Pacquiao for taking it. Keith Thurman been wanting it the longest anyway. He better be ready, though. Thurman Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I am up out of here, y'all.